Good morning, students. So here again I am with a new topic that is called international business versus domestic business. As the name suggests, that international business versus domestic business means we need to discuss that what is the compare means we need to compare the international business with the domestic business, and for that we need to check out one chart, and it is here given. See that the comparison chart and the definition between both of them, key differences and the conclusion. So before start the chart, I would like to give you the definition of both the business. That it's very simple. We have already discussed about international business. Means when a businessman cross the boundary of a host country or home country, and doing business in several countries, that is called international business. And national business means when we are doing the business within our own country, or within the boundary of our own country. So that is called national or domestic business. So it's a simple definition between both of them. So now we need to discuss that, if anyone asks that what is the comparison will come between both of the topic. So let's start with the first one, that is called comparison chart. Here one chart is given, that is called comparison chart. So in this comparison chart it is given definition, difference between domestic business and international business. So first year written meaning, which I told you, that economic transaction trend within the geographical boundaries of a country, that is called domestic business. And international business means when engaged in economic transaction with several countries in whole world, that is called international business. So second one is called area of operation. Definitely first one is within the country, and next one is whole world. Next, quality standard. If you compare the quality with the international and domestic business, then the quality is lower than the internal lower quality is lower of domestic business if we compare with the international business. I mean, the quality of international business is very much high. Next, deals in single currency and multiple currency means, in domestic industry we are doing the business within the country, so we need to use our own currency. But when we are going for international business, we enter to different countries, so we have to use their own currencies of that host country. So that means we have to use the multiple currencies when we enter in international business. Like if you do business with American, then American dollar we have to use. If you do with the UK, then we have to use pound, like this. Okay. Go to China, then you have to use yen. So different currency we need to use in international business. Next, capital investment. Definitely international businessman is required huge investment compared to domestic business. And the last one is called restriction. If you go for business within the country, then restriction is not that much. But if you are going to start a business internationally, then there are so many documents, permissions are required. So there are, so it is called more restrictions are there. Okay. So this is the chart which I have discussed between domestic business and international business. Now coming forward to, it is called another chart, and it is called restrictions. We already discussed. Now nature of customers, in domestic industries the same customers we need to face, that is called homogeneous. And in international business, when we entered in different countries, every country's people, culture, custom, everything is different, so heterogeneous is there. We need to face different kind of culture and customs. Next, business research. In national business, for any kind of product we can easily do research within our own country, but it is very difficult to do research in international business. Next, factor of production, it is called free, and next one is called restricted. Okay. Next, after this chart, next one is called definition of domestic business. And this point we have already discussed, that what is the definition of domestic business, that transaction which have done within the geographical limit of the country, that is called domestic business. Okay. Any kind of commercial activity whatever done, it is within the rules and regulation of the country. Okay. You can also say it is internal trade, which we already discussed. The types of trade, internal trade is another name of this domestic business. Okay. So here the customer and producer both peoples are living within the same geographical body of the country. There is no any relation with other countries customers. Okay. And next agreement, whatever happen, law, rules, regulation, custom, everything we should follow the home countries. It is called domestic business. Next, international business, we have to cross the boundary of the country. We have to manufacture and trade according to the choice of that particular country. Okay. And whatever the transactions happen in international business, this all comes under international or external business. It includes all the commercial activities like sales, investment, logistics, etc., etc. So where two or more countries are involved actually, so that is called international business definition. So this is the number two. We have discussed that what is the definition between domestic industry and international business, domestic business and international business. Next one is called key differences between domestic and international business. Now we have to discuss the what is the main differences between both the business. So here given number one, that domestic business is defined as we already discussed that within the geographical boundary of the country, and international business is just opposite to that. It is not restricted to a single country. It is spread in different kind of countries. It has done its operation in different kind of or several countries in the world. Next, number two is called operation. If you discuss the scope of operation or the idea of operation of the both the business, then definitely international business scope is more higher or more means huge, okay, compared to domestic business. Okay, because domestic business within the country and international business we crossing the border of our country and enter to different kind of country. So definitely the area on operation is huge compared to domestic industry. Number three is called the quality standard of products. Definitely, if you compare with international standard with domestic industry, international standard is too much high if you compare with domestic industry. So okay, we have to maintain lots of things. So that's why a proper quality management we have seen in international business compared to domestic industries. Next, in number four is written that we are using this point also we discussed before that we are using the currency of local country, means our own country when you are doing the domestic industry, and when you enter in other country we have to use several currencies of that particular country. Next, requirement of capital. If you see in domestic industry, capital requirement is less compared to international business. Okay, about this I am not going to explain more because you understood international business is a huge matter. So that's why definitely capital requirement is high, and domestic industry you have to do operation within the country, so there are so many savings of cost, so that's why capital requirement is less. So that's why number six again given, domestic business has few restrictions, means in some rules regulation of that our own country we have to follow when you are doing the business within the country. Okay, but compared to this there are many rules and regulation international business have to follow, and many restrictions are there compared to domestic industry of international business. So restrictions are more in international business compared to domestic industry business. Next, as we already discussed this point number 7, that heterogeneous and homogeneous. So homogeneous means same type of customer we have seen in domestic business, and heterogeneous means different types of which we have seen in international business. Next, number 8, it is called research. This point also we have discussed in the chart, plug chart. In domestic business research is very easily we can conduct, but in international business it is very complex or very tough to do research about any kind of activities related to the business for international business. Okay, next, in domestic business means factors of productions are mobile, whereas international business the mobility of factors of productions are restricted. Okay, there are so many factors we have to check before entering business. So we can do many research on domestic business, okay, but international business where it's create some problem, or there are some restriction in restriction in factor of production. So that's why this is the differences between international business and domestic business. So in conclusion, it is called carrying out the activities in international business and its management is far more difficult than the conducting a domestic business, which we already discussed. Now, any kind of political change, economic change, or social, cultural, environmental will affect both the business, but most probably it will affect more in international business. Okay, so if you want to become an international business, so you have to plan in a very proper way. Okay, to enter in any kind of company, your strategy should be very well. Okay, and according to the foreign market, you have to make your strategies. So regarding this topic, this is the all things I am telling you, that it's very common and easy topic. I think you also heard about many of these things before also. So any queries related to any points of this topic, if you're not understood, then you most welcome to ask in WhatsApp in my personal number. So thank you so much for watching this video presentation. Have a good day.